Hi, this is Tim of the 1916 Company. Welcome and thanks for logging on. If you love this watch, email me, Team Mosso at the1916company.com for purchase pricing and availability questions concerning this watch. Today, Breitling Avenger 42. So this is probably described in Breitling speak these days as Breitling Avenger Chronograph B0142, but we're going to call it the Avenger 42. And the model is 42 millimeters in stainless steel, 15.3 millimeters thick, 50.9 millimeters from lug tip to lug tip. It has a rather broad 22 millimeter spacing between the lugs. We'll throw it on my wrist, which is 16 centimeters in circumference and wears quite nicely. Avengers have trended larger over the last couple of decades, and 42 is maybe a step back into the realm of viability for a smaller wrist like mine. So it's a big watch. I'm not going to say it isn't, but it's not so huge that I couldn't wear it with my wrist size. So if your wrist is my size or larger, that's 16 centimeters circumference and up, you're going to find that this wears just fine. It looks good. It feels good. The strap's a luxurious piece. You can see on the top, we have textile in green, bolstered or stuffed to give it some volume. There's a monotone stitch here and a folded edge on the bottom, calfskin. Brand new, no crimping, no gouging. Breitling factory strap in immaculate condition. And then you could see we have a folding clasp, single fold in steel, with a little bit of satin and polish externally to give us some contrast. And then twin trigger release, you have to press these triggers in both to pop this open so it won't open inadvertently. We have lugs that are nicely stepped. We have a case band that's satin finished to match the lug hoods. We have shoulders for the chronograph pushers, and if we get close here, you could see that some of the flanks include details of media blast. So if you look at this fluted surface, not the edge, not the top, but the fluting itself, you can see that media blast continues all the way over the crown guards and then to the shoulders of the chronograph pushers, which feature polish and satin for additional contrast. Taking a look at the bezel, we have the rider tabs that debuted in 1983 on the Breitling Chronomat, making it easier to grip the bezels if your hands are wet, sweaty, or gloved. Now this is a dive style bezel with 120 click action. So although this is an aviation themed watch in some respects, it's also a dive theme watch. Take a quick look. Lights out, no trouble. Big bezel pearl, easy to reference the minute hand. So you can time two events concurrently, one with the chronograph and one with the bezel. Note that all the hands, including sub-registers, are luminescent. The bezel features polish and satin, but I want to draw your attention to these screws. They're not ornamental. This is a captive bezel. So these screws fix the bezel to the case, and it cannot be removed unless the screws are removed, making it tougher. It can't be snapped off by accident. We have here a screw-down crown with double road knurling, a Breitling B logo, a combination of satin and polish. Around back, 300-meter water resistance. The bezel action is excellent. I'd say it's just as refined as Rolex, but it's got a sharper, more mechanical action. We have a lovely olive green matte dial base, contrasting registers, a few shocks of red. We have a scale for reading our minutes, chronograph seconds, and chronograph fractions of seconds. We have a set of hands at center, hours and minutes, that are half media blasted, half polished for better contrast. We have indices, which are actually part of the dial, but they're raised up from the dial. And then you can see we have a date window down at 6 o'clock. I'll demonstrate some of the setting modes. We have hacking, or stop seconds, just like that. Let's move this out so we don't hit it constantly. So I could set the watch precisely to a reference time. We also have a quick set system for the date, so that is very useful to have in case the watch runs down or encounters an irregular length month. Around back, we have a display case back and caliber B01, 45 joules, automatic winding, 70-hour power reserve, 5-position adjusted, COSC chronometer, stop seconds, quick set date, and then we have the combination of a column wheel function cycler for very crisp action, and the B01 is one of the best feeling in the industry in that regard. And then we have a vertical clutch, and the vertical clutch means there's no jump or stagger or extraneous motion when you start the chronograph. Lateral clutches have that problem, vertical clutches do not. You can also leave it running full-time if you like to have your chronograph running full-time. With a vertical clutch, there is no additional wear and tear. And again, it's a certified chronometer, says so here again. And then finally, a few little notes. It's a fairly large movement that fills this case back nicely. And it uses KIF shock protection, which is kind of the lower volume upscale alternative to Inca Block. And then we've got Edicron for fine adjustment. That's the timing key. That's the beat error key. The silver one is the beat error key. Then we have this tiny eccentric screw micrometric adjustment. That's Breitling's contribution. That's for really tiny adjustments of maybe 1 to 5 seconds per 24 hours. And then all this beating away at 4 hertz. If you love this watch, reach out to Team Mosso at the 1916company.com for purchase and pricing details.